All right, freaking insomnia, lack of sleep, freaking sucks, and I finished my sparkling water. Already, first of the year. All right, first of the year. Wouldn't that be something? Okay, I'm so freaking tired. Can't sleep. So I'm out here. It's in the early morning hours and couldn't sleep. So here I am. Okay. All right, insomnia freaking sucks. A lot of us would say it's the worst thing to go through in recovery, okay? I've kind of gone back and forth with stuff, but you know what? No, lack of sleep is the worst. It is the worst. And the reason is, it's not just one symptom. It's not just one thing that you go deal with. You know, it sucks. And you're at night, you're tossing and turning in bed, that's terrible. You know, you're thinking about, you got to go to work the next day or whatever, and you start thinking about that, and it just is terrible. But the thing with the lack of sleep is it causes other things, obviously you're already feeling foggy, you're already feeling tired, you're already feeling lethargic, and it's just going to enhance all of those things, and it really sucks. You can feel really, really just weird, when you just not getting sleep night after night after night, and you're just getting this weird, not solid sleep at all. And then you start getting solid sleep and you're only getting like 3 hours of solid sleep, maybe 4, and you're never catching up on what you missed. I mean, and it goes on. It can really, 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 really suck. And like I said, everything, it just kind of trickles down to every other symptom, okay? The worst thing that I freaking would have said that I go through with getting clean, I don't know, the acute stage, it sucks. I guess I could think of something in the acute stage sometime. But to me, it's always the post-acute withdrawals, acute stage is rough, but I could always deal with that and just hide for a couple weeks and get through that crap. But it was always the post-acute withdrawals that'd get me. It's the longevity. It's staying committed. It's, I'm good at getting fired up really I am. I'm good at getting fired up and all gung-ho about something. That's why I've gone through acute so many times. And, and then I'd fail months later during the post-acute withdrawals because it's easy to get fired up, and then it can exhaust you so much, So I would always say depression. Depression was the worst thing because the post-acute withdrawals, and it gets you and it sucks you down in this hole, in this abyss. And, but when you're not sleeping, you're going to get depressed. You know what I mean? Like, it just trickles on down, and you're already like dealing with freaking stuff not firing, chemicals not being made. So you're already going to deal with anxiety and depression. And then it makes it that much worse. That's why you can just be suicidal, and that's the thing. People that maybe have never, gotten hooked on stuff or anything, in fact, I had someone in my family, on my wife's side of the family, and they watched one of my videos when I was talking about suicidal thoughts, and they were like worried. They're like, Gabe, I didn't know he was that dark and disturbed or whatever. Seinfeld, sorry. And, but I wasn't really going to kill myself, but like, okay, sorry. I was just thinking about something else. But like they just, you tell them what you're dealing with and stuff, and they're like, oh, that's terrible. But it's like, they can't even comprehend what it's like to go through that, and so when you're having those suicidal thoughts, it's like, it's real. It's It's agony. It's hell. It's a terrible existence. We're working toward a goal, and it's all going to get better. Watch my video I made yesterday. It's all going to get better. It's going to be better than better. Seriously. But I'm just saying, when you're in that moment and you're stuck, if that was going to be the rest of your life, F that. You wouldn't want to live like that, right? All right, sorry, I should, but you get what I'm saying. It's terrible. It F's up your mind. You don't think rationally. You can go crazy. You can if you don't. People have gone crazy not sleeping, we know that. And so there's going to be a little bit of that craziness, and you're not going to think rationally. You got to hone that in. And it's rough, and you just can't let it exhaust you. It's going to want to exhaust you That's its goal, man. The enemy, it's freaking war, right? And the enemy, it's a long war, okay? It's a long war. The enemy's not giving up. Even when you're winning, you still got to go clear out Berlin, okay? Germany was defeated. You know, even after Hitler killed himself, Germany didn't, it wasn't like the war's over. They didn't just surrender after Hitler killed himself. Anyway, but we got to go clear out Berlin, you know? So it's going to want to exhaust you. It's going to keep poking at you, and it's easy to get real negative about it too. But here's the deal. You know, you got to prepare for it mentally. I know I always said you got to prepare for it mentally, except that you will not sleep good. Just say indefinitely. Don't even put a number on it. You know, people always ask me, like, when am I going to sleep good again? I don't even remember. It just like slowly happens when I got off Suboxone. It just like, you know what I mean? I don't mean that to, it's not like you're never going to get any, like you just get so exhausted some nights, sometimes your body just does sleep. You will get like a couple like solid nights of 6-7 hours of sleep or something. I mean, it just, or 8 or so, I don't even know. I don't remember, but it just happens. You get so exhausted. But so you mentally prepare for that, accept it. But make sure you're doing the right things now. Okay, eating right and exercise. Dude, exercise helps with sleep so much. When I was going through the acute, really struggling with sleep, you know, and I'd walk or run during the day, whatever, I'd exercise as best as I could. I had a lot more weight on me, and I wasn't feeling very good, obviously, coming off Suboxone, but I made myself exercise, at least walking. You know, when I first started, I mean, I had to just walk. I wasn't just going to get up and run a couple miles back then anyway. But I would walk sometimes at night, like in the middle of the night, you know, midnight or whatever, come home after that, and I would freaking sleep is better than any other night. Not like I got a solid 10 hours of sleep, you know, but it would help me. I remember I freaking said something on one of those old Suboxone videos. It's true. So just make sure you're doing the right things, okay? Prepare for it. Make sure you're doing the right things now, okay? I talked to a lot of people, you know, and they're like, man, I'm dealing with this, and this, you know, any advice, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, I think I've said this before, but just make sure you're doing the right things. That's what I always say. So, but yeah, insomnia sucks, but don't let it exhaust you, okay? It's a rough thing to deal with, and I'm dealing with it once again. So, yeah, I probably won't have such a great attitude as it goes on, but it is what it is. I don't know why I'm wearing my seatbelt. I'm not even driving. Can you get in trouble? No way. There's no way. Can you get in trouble? Say your car's running and you're on your phone, but if it's in park, is it the same rule as the seatbelt? I don't know. Okay, God bless all y'all. V for victory. V for victory. Sorry, I hurt my. V for victory, and God bless and salute.